Hello, 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 everyone. Trying to get my lighting straight. It is it is not a sunny day today. So if you see me moving around, just trying to get my I'm just trying to get my lighting straight. But good morning, good afternoon, happy Monday. How are you all doing today? As you all are joining in, just give me a hey, give me a hi. Let me know where you're joining in from. I'm so excited for you all to be here. Happy Monday. Today, we're going to be talking about how to use manifestation in your business. If you have been following me even just for the last few weeks, you've noticed I've been talking a lot about mindset, manifestation, specifically in your business. I grew my business. I started off, most people think I started off as a career coach. I actually started off as a marketing strategist. So I had my own marketing company, very small, very boutique, had a few clients as a single mom. Grew pretty big until I was like, hey, I was working a full-time job and doing that. And I was like, all right, I'm going to give more attention to my full-time job. Then I started another business as a career coach. And that is what most people know me for, as being a six-figure career coach to women of color. I grew my business from zero to, I think one year I made like 16,000, then to like 89,000, then to over 100K. Like I never just hit 100, over 100K, to multiple six figures in just a few years. And I can tell you all, I did not do it by and working. In fact, I had to find a different way. I had to find a way to make money and spend less time. During that time, some of you all may know I spoke about this before. My mother got diagnosed with a terminal illness. It was also, and she got diagnosed in January 2020. By February 2020, the world had shut down. By April 2020, my son's daycare had closed. And so I was dealing with all those things and still had to run my business. I had been using manifestation techniques, I would say, since I was a teenager, but I had never used it in my business till then. I used it in my business and it transformed everything for me. I was able to work less, make more money, and still be there for my family, my friends, and myself. And this is what I want for you all. This is not what they teach in business school. And I went to business school, I have a business degree. This is going to be for the woman who's like, I want to own my own business, or you have your own business. And your business can be successful. Just because your business is successful does not mean that you're still not stressed out and that it's structured correctly for your lifestyle. Or if you are someone who is working and starting your own business, you need to ensure more than ever that it is structured correctly and does not bring unnecessary stress to you. This is why I love manifestation. And when we get into manifestation, let me just really talk about what manifestation in business is not. It is not just vision boards and wishes, okay? And let me tell you all, I love a vision board. I love a vision board, but I know that is not the whole thing. That is not the whole picture. So it's not vision and wishes, vision boards and wishes. It is more than that. It is not just for people to sit around and meditate for hours. Again, I love meditating. I meditate between 2 to 5 minutes. That's it. So it's not something you need to do hours and hours. And it is not the hustle, 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 do everything under the sun. No. Let me say this too. When people hear manifestation, they sometimes think it means no strategy. Like, oh, we're not going to have a strategy. We're just going to, do it on a whim. And that is not true either. I am a strategist at heart. Okay. Like I said, business degree, I'm a very strategic person. In fact, I think manifestation works best for people who do have a strategic mindset, because then you can look at it in a very systematic way and it makes more sense than some of the things that we've been told to do to grow our business. So, what it is your energy, it is your identity, and it is inspired and aligned action. That's what it is all about when you're using manifestation. And I should say, to grow your business, to have your business structured in a way that works for you. And I'll share some things that I've done to use manifestation in my business and things that I've helped my clients do to use manifestation, not just to grow their business monetarily, but to have their business work for them in their lifestyle so that they can take midday naps, they can go on field trips with their kids, they can volunteer more, they can end their day at 6 p.m. or earlier, they can start at 10 a.m. The lifestyle that works for you. Right. And so for me, one of the first things I did was I decided what is my long term vision for my life? For my life. I structured my business around my lifestyle. I knew when my mom got diagnosed, um, it was between me and my sisters. At the time, I was the only one working from home. At this time, this is when work from home was still new. I was the only one who was working from home because I had my own business. So we decided that I would take off a week every month and go and take care of my mom after her chemotherapy. That it worked for a couple of months until my son's daycare got canceled. But I had to structure my work schedule around my mom's treatment and my son's nap time. I had to count that in there too because my son was going to be home with me. And so, one of the things that I did that was different from what was going on in the industry is I had bi weekly sessions. So, a lot of coaches were meeting with their clients every week. And for me, I had the mindset I don't even think my clients needed to work with me or meet with me every week. I was like, I am a great coach. I give them great support, great information. They can take this and use it on the weeks that they're not meeting with me. And so I really created this vision where this is the best thing for my clients as well. Not just for me, yes, but it was the best thing for my clients. And I implemented that. And I actually started to get more clients and people who loved it. They were busy, they wanted to do things. The world was going crazy. People were like, yes, I love the bi weekly schedule. So think about your long term vision for your life and then start to take small steps and inspired action for that. And you will notice you will start to attract the people who want that. Another thing, another way you can use this in your business is to think about the type of clients that you want to manifest and attract. Who do you want? Y'all hear me talk about this a lot. If you want that dream business and the dream lifestyle, you have to know your dream client. Who is your dream client that you want to work with that will value everything that you have to offer in your business, that you will deliver excellent service to? That is who you want to attract. And then you're going to take inspired action to do that. But you need to know who your dream client is first. When we talk about inspired action, this is where we're going to listen to our intuition and we're going to focus on our identity. That $40,000 a month person is inside of you. That six-figure business owner is there. The $1 million business owner, she's already inside of you. You are her. You just now need to step into that identity. And once you are in that identity, now you're going to take inspired action. For example, this was a time where I was in like a slump and I was like, you know what? I'm going to really focus on my dream client. I'm going to be talking to my dream client. I'm going to be sending emails, right? And I am only going to do what I am inspired to do. And so I got inspired to reach out to a couple of former clients. I think like 3 or 4. I just sent them like a check-in email. Let's have a conversation, which we did. And that turned into 2 clients re-enrolling. I will also share this. Sometimes it can be the most simplest things that work, the simplest actions that work because you've already done the back end work. You've already gotten into the energy. You know what you're focusing on. You're stepping into the identity of the person who already has this. Right. So then, therefore, the actions you take can be very simple, very easy, and aligned with who you are and the clients that you want. It can be that simple. It is that simple. If you are like Latrice, I'm loving this. I want to learn more. I am actually doing a workshop on the 23rd on how I manifested $40,000 in my business while working less than 20 hours a week. And I did this in 1 month. So if you're interested in getting access to that free workshop, just put pivot in the comments and we're going to send you that free link so you can get the link. Sign up and just join us live on, I want to say it's Thursday, April the 23rd. So that's in 10 days. I'm going to be sending some emails because I want to hear from you all. What questions do you have about this? How do you feel about either starting your business, growing your business, or managing your business well so that it is less stressful for you and allowing you to have the lifestyle you want? Because most of the people I know started their business really for two reasons: freedom and finances, right? And usually they're together. But where's the freedom if you're working all the time, if you're doing these things that don't align with you? I had this one coach that I worked with, and she was like, "You need to send 10 emails a day." I'm like, that doesn't work for me. It worked for her. My spirit was like, absolutely not. I am not sending 10 emails a day. I was like, I don't even think my people want to hear from me from 10 emails a day. Like, I don't even think they want to hear that. And I don't want to do that. So you also, and I'm going to share this when I talk about using manifestation in your business, it is a lot of self trust. It is a lot of self trust, knowing who you are, trusting your intuition, and then taking aligned action. Even if that aligned action is against the advice of someone else, even if that aligned action, people are like, well, I don't understand this. Right? Because, like I said, I actually made $40,000 in 1 month. And that was not the first month that I made $40,000. It was the first month I made $40,000 and worked 20 hours a week. That was the difference. Okay. And I worked less hours. Hey, Trisha. Thank you. Thank you. Trisha says pivots. All right. So we're going to go ahead and get you that link so you can sign up for the free workshop. And I am so happy. Let me know if you all have questions. Let me know if you all have questions about mindset, manifestation, self trust, and how to use these strategies and techniques in your business. Because I believe it should be a synergy. You have your lifestyle in the middle, and your career and your business should be revolving around your lifestyle. So you need to decide, what is the life and the lifestyle you want? How much finances do you need to have that? What does freedom look like for you? I had one client, freedom for her looked like traveling and living in Jamaica. And once she wound up getting her six-figure job, was it six figures or close to six figures? She's working remotely. She could work anywhere in the world. She actually got a rental property in Jamaica and goes to Jamaica every other month. This is what is on the other side for you all. And I'm going to be so real and do I'm going to just share this. This is on my spirit. We don't need to work like everybody else. We don't need to overwork just because people say we are hard worker. There are ways to work smart for you so that you can get the most effective lifestyle and finances for you with the least amount of effort, or the effort that works well for you. Right? I had someone tell me before, they were like, running a business is so stressful. It's 24/7. I was like, but it doesn't have to be. That's actually a choice in how you're choosing to run your business. You can have a successful, financially stable, and growing business that is not stressful, that does not take over your life. And it's not just balance, it is harmony. But you have to create it. This is why I love manifestation, because you create the life and the business that you desire. It does mean, however, that you are going to have to decide and trust yourself on the actions that you take. So if this makes sense, let me know. If you're like, all right, Latrice, we got you, I got you. And it can be simple, it can be easy. One of the other things I do is I work with my brain, right? I have ADHD, I'm neurodiverse. So if you all notice, for me, it's much easier to get on here and do a live than to write a whole bunch of emails, right? It is much easier for me to have phone calls with people than to go back and forth in text. And some people like that. What is it for you and your brain? One of the affirmations that I use is that my brain creates brilliant ideas. How does your brain, your body, your energy work? And now that I'm 45, you guys, I have now created a whole new system. And I trust myself that this system I have is going to work, that I am creating and manifesting the business, the finances, and the lifestyle that I desire. Okay. So, can be simple, can be easy. I am so excited to share the workshop with you all. Again, if you want access to that free workshop, that's going to be on Thursday, April 23rd at 7 p.m. Eastern. It's how I manifested 40,000 in 1 month in my business while only working 20 hours a week. Go ahead and put pivot in the comments, and then we will get that link to you guys. All right. I am so excited. I'm excited that you all have been signing up. I get people in waves, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is my first time actually talking something like this, where we're going behind the scenes of my business. I usually don't talk too much about what's going on in my business and how I do things. And I'm excited. I've been getting some good questions, good feedback from you all. So go ahead, put pivot in the comments. You all are going to get access to that free workshop. It's live. You're going to get time to ask me questions and to be coached and mentored by me during the workshop as well. I am looking forward to seeing you all. And thanks so much. Thanks for joining. Bye.